Rivalries. Let's put that in quotes for this video. According to Wikipedia, in order for a rivalry to persist, rather than resulting in perpetual dominance by one side, it must be a competitive relationship among equals. Political scientist John A. Vasquez has asserted that the equality of power is a necessary component for a true rivalry to exist, but others have disputed that element. Yeah, they're all in college football. So without further ado, here are the 5 most overrated rivalries. Starting at number 5, the Old Oaken Bucket. Played for every year since 1925, the actual rivalry dates back to 1891, and with Purdue holding a 74-42-6 advantage. God. They've scored nearly 1,000 more points in this series, and at one point went 14 straight years without a loss. The supposed rivalry was so important to keep intact that when the Big Ten moved the teams into separate divisions prior to the 2014 season, the Old Oaken Bucket was the only interdivisional rivalry protected under the new alignment. Thank God for that. Number 4, the Apple Cup. Played for every year since 1962, this actual rivalry dates back to 1900, and with Washington holding a 74-32-6 lead. Did I say this game has been played every year since 62? Because actually this year's game was canceled for political reasons. The coronavirus. And actually, I think the Cougs are thankful for that, because Washington's looking to tie their longest winning streak in the series at 8. A streak they've accomplished twice before. I guess it's safe to say that stud athletes are more interested in playing in hip Seattle than way out there in Timbuktu. Number 3. The former Battle for the Barrel. That's right, the winner of the Tennessee-Kentucky game was awarded an orange and blue beer barrel between 1925 and 1998. A fatal alcohol-related car crash involving 2 Kentucky football players a week before the 98 game prompted the end of the barrel exchange, but they might as well have stopped it because Tennessee was in the midst of what would be a 26-year run of wins. Can you imagine? 26 years! A series that dates back to 1893, overall, Tennessee holds an 81-26-9 advantage, which really just makes this year's 34-7 loss that much more embarrassing. Number 2, Bedlam. More like Bedlame, am I right? OU holds a 90-18-7 advantage in this series. A .813 winning percentage, and people have the audacity to call this one of the most intense rivalries out there? God. For Oklahoma, it's a tune-up game. A series that dates back to 1904 and began with 8 straight Oklahoma shutout wins, the Sooners also put together a 19-game winning streak between 1946 and 1964. And they're nearly a third of their way there again now. And finally, the number 1 most overrated rivalry in college football. Navy versus Notre Dame. A game that's been played annually since 1927, Notre Dame holds a 77-13-1 advantage. Good for a .852 winning percentage. The Irish won the game 43 years in a row between 1964 and 2006. 43 years! Back during World War II, Notre Dame, like everyone, was struggling financially. The US Navy used the Notre Dame campus as a training center and paid enough for the usage of the facilities to keep the university afloat. As a result, Notre Dame extended an open invitation for Navy to play the Fighting Irish in football and considers the game an annual repayment on a debt of honor. Really, what kind of a repayment is an annual ass-whipping? Jesus! Hey, thanks for watching, and let me know your thoughts on this list down in the comments below. Couple honorable mentions. I thought about putting Georgia Tech on the list, clean old-fashioned hate. Because I have no idea why Georgia would hate the Ramblin' Wreck, as it's virtually a guaranteed win every year. And then I thought about the holy war between Utah and BYU, because really, it's just a tune-up game for Utah before the Pac-12 schedule. So yeah, let me know what you think, and consider subscribing as we'll be doing more videos like this one every week. My name is Dave Show, and I'll see you at the next Dave Show. Later!